Hello everyone, I am Anubhuti Mishra from Alpine Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Today we are going to read about later Guptas after the Gupta dynasty, means after Chandragupta II. How the rules were done by their successors, means after Chandragupta II. Chandragupta II was succeeded by his son Kumargupta. After Chandragupta II, or we can say Vikramaditya. What do you mean by Vikramaditya? Vikramaditya means someone as powerful as the sun. Means someone as powerful as the sun. Someone as powerful as the sun. The word Vikramaditya means someone as powerful as the sun. So, after Vikramaditya, Chandragupta II, Kumargupta, son of Chandragupta II, has succeeded him. He was also known as Mahendra Aditya. Kumargupta was succeeded by Kumargupta, which was also known as Mahendra Aditya. Toward the end of his reign, a tribe in the Narmada Valley called Pushyamitra became powerful enough to threaten the empire. In the reign of Mahendra Aditya, a tribe of the Narmada Valley which was known as Pushyamitra. It was a tribal community. Which became too much powerful to ascend to threaten the empire, to take the empire, to take the rule of the empire. Kumargupta was succeeded by his son Skandgupta. After the Kumargupta, who had came? Skandgupta. After Kumargupta, Skandgupta had came. He was the son of Kumargupta. He was the son of Kumargupta. Who had came? Skandgupta. After Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya, Kumargupta had came. Kumargupta was also known as Mahendra Aditya. Then after that, Skandgupta had came. He was the son of Kumargupta. Skandgupta, who is considered as the last and the great ruler of the Gupta dynasty. Skandgupta was the last ruler of Gupta dynasty. Skandgupta was also known as the last ruler of the Gupta dynasty. He defeated the Pushyamitra. Skandgupta had defeated Pushyamitra, the tribal community, the tribal ruler, and soon afterward the empire was threatened by the Huns. After that, after the Pushyamitra was defeated by the Skandgupta, then after that Huns has captured the whole empire of Gupta's dynasty. Then they were the nomadic tribe of the Central Asia. They were also the tribal community, the nomadic tribe. What do you mean by nomadic? Nomadic means a person or a community which used to gather or used to hunt the food or gather the food from they don't have any special what we say settlement. They have not they don't have any settlement, any settled area by which they could be stay there. They move from one place to another. Okay, then they were known as nomadic. The Huns was also the tribal community. They were the nomadic tribe of the Central Asia. They were the nomadic tribe of the Central Asia. Huns were the nomadic tribe of Central Asia. Huns were the nomadic tribe of the Central Asia. After the death of Skandgupta, Skandgupta defeated by the Huns. Skandgupta, the last ruler of the Gupta dynasty, was defeated by the Huns tribe. Then after that, the Huns overran a large part of the North India. The Huns, who has captured the large part of the northern India. They had captured the large part of the northern India. Huns has captured the largest part of the northern India. Then destroying towns and massacring people. They had totally destroyed the towns and massacring the people. Then killed the people. The successor of Skandgupta was incapable. That was possible because the successor of the Skandgupta has not have any capability to rule over the vast empire. Therefore, soon the vast empire collapsed and the glorious rule of the Gupta came to an end. Soon the vast empire of the Gupta's dynasty came to an end because there was no any capable ruler to rule over this type of vast empire. Then, life under the Gupta's dynasty. How was the life into the Gupta's dynasty? How the rulers ruled their empire and how the people were treated into that dynasty. This is the life under the Guptas. Administration. The Guptas had a well-organized administration. The Guptas had a very well and organized administration. The king was all-powerful. The king of that dynasty was too much powerful. The council of ministers assisted the king of the administrative matter. The council of ministers means in our India, the prime minister also have the council of ministers. The chief minister of Uttar Pradesh or the chief minister of any state in India also have the council of ministers. In the same way, the king of that empire also have the council of ministers which suggest them how to do that, how to perform the particular work or how to administer the empire. The empire was divided into provinces or bhuktis as India is divided into states, into the small states such as Rajasthan, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. These are the small states into the India. In the same way, the Gupta's dynasties was also divided into the states, which was known as provinces, or we can say bhuktis. In that time, the states were also known as bhuktis, which were further divided into districts. These bhuktis, these states were also divided into small districts. These bhuktis were divided into district. Each district comprises a number of villages. In each district, there were a number of villages. Just like we are living to the Gorakhpur area. In Gorakhpur area, Gorakhpur is also known as district, but in the outer areas there are so many villages which are counted into Gorakhpur. Okay, so these districts were also divided into the villages, which serve as the smallest administrative unit. They are counted into the smallest administrative unit. The largest administrative unit was bhuktis, or we can say small states or provinces. Then after that, in the Bhuktis, they were divided into district. Firstly, we can say empire, they were divided into Bhuktis. Then after that, they were divided into district. After that, they were divided into villages. So empire was divided into Bhuktis. We can say that state. Then it was divided into small districts. Then after that, there was the villages. So it was very easy to administrate this type of empire by dividing it into different parts. Then prince were usually appointed as the governor of provinces. These Bhuktis was governed by prince. Prince used to govern the Bhuktis. States were governed by the prince, and in the same way they were assisted as a group of officials called Kumar Amatyas. At that time, they were assisted by the group of officials, means group of bureaucrats who administrate the whole area, who administered the district or the villages, but they were administrator of the state. They were known as the Kumar Amatyas. The district of Vaishyas were administered by the Ayuktas. District at that time was also known as Vaishyas. The district were also known as Vaishyas, were administered by the Ayuktas. These Vaishyas were administered by the Ayuktas. There was also a district of council in each district which helped in maintaining an efficient administration. Means they also have the district of council. These district of councils help in maintaining the effective administration. Means they help the provinces, or we can say that Kumar Amatyas to administrate it properly. A council of villages elders looked after village administration. Council of village elders was looked after the village administration. These villages was administered by old people. These villages were administered by old people. The old people of the villages administer the village, means take over or looked over or maintain the law and order into the villages. Then the Gupta administration was decentralized in structure. The Gupta administration was decentralized in a structure. The officials of the various provinces and districts enjoy a certain degree of autonomy and independence. The autonomy, the independence and the authority has been given to these officials, or we can say bureaucrats, who help in maintaining law and order and many things into the particular district or the villages. They have given special degree to handle that. Earlier, the Gupta officials were paid in cash in the early time. the Gupta officials were paid into the cash. They were given as a cash, as they had salary had been provided into cash. Later, instead of cash, land was granted to them from which they could collect revenue equivalent to their salary. After that, firstly they were paid into the cash, but after that, land was granted to these officials, to these bureaucrats, to maintain their salary, or to collect the revenue from that and to maintain their salary. They were provided a land to grow grains, by which they could grow grains, they could sell it into the market, and after that they can collect the salary. This practice weakens the king position. After this, the land had been granted to this province, to these officials, and these officers were weakening the position of the king. The officials started exercising supreme power in areas assigned to them and tried to break away from the empire. The officials started exercising supreme power. They thought that these areas which is granted to us, it belongs to us, and we are the ruler of that area. Therefore, what they are doing, they try to break away from the empire. They try to take away that area from that empire. Then, after the decline of the Guptas, many of them began to rule as independent ruler. After the decline of the Guptas, after the administration of the Guptas dynasty got collapsed, then after that, the officials of the particular area which has taken the land from that empire, they become the ruler of that area. They have begun to rule into that area. Then, what is the social life? People led a happy, comfortable and prosperous life. In the social life, people began to live a very happy and comfortable and prosperous life. According to Faiyuan was a visitor from the China who had came into the Chandragupta second reign. In Chandragupta second reign, or Vikramaditya reign, he had came to India, he had visited India and had lived in India had spent time in India up to 6 years. Then after that, according to him, Faiyuan had written chronicle related to the India. He had said that the way of living of the people of India was very high. Most people lived in the villages, mostly people belongs to the villages and led a simple and honest life. They lived a very simple and honest life. Laws were simple and punishment was not very harsh. Punishment was not too much harsh, but laws were so simple. Means the people living the honest life, then the law and administration, the law and orders was not too much into that time. But nowadays there are too much laws and orders. We have to follow that, because the honesty in these days had been reduced. Therefore, the laws had been increased. Agriculture was the main occupation of the people. Agriculture, India is an agriculture-based country, and at that time, agriculture was main occupation of the people of that time. Much of the revenue came from the land. So much taxes or revenues, the tax which is given from the people, had been taken from the land. Means by selling the grains or by receiving the grains, these were the taxes taken by the kings. However, the artifact and the monuments of this period found at different sites suggested that they had mastered and perfected a number of crafts. Means the artifact and the monuments of his period found at different sites. The artifact of that time was too much prosperous, too much beautiful, by which we could say that they have the perfection in their art. They have the perfection, they are the master in their art. So as we can see the temples of that of early times of the Gupta's dynasty.